The young woman returned home with a new resolve. She didn't mention the garden again. When neighbors asked what she was doing behind her house in the early hours of the dawn, she simply smiled and said she was tending to her chores. She worked in total silence. She spent her mornings mixing compost and her evenings hauling smooth stones from the river. There were days when she felt lonely. There were moments when she desperately wanted to brag about the first green shoot of a rare orchid or the way the sunlight hit the new path. But she remembered the old woman's words. She realized that seeking validation was a sign of weakness. It meant she didn't believe in the dream enough to let it stand on its own. A year passed, the seasons turned, and the young woman changed along with them. Her hands became calloused, and her spirit became grounded. She was no longer a weaver who dreamt. She was a creator who labored. One afternoon, a neighbor stopped by and gasped. Behind the weaver's humble cottage was a masterpiece. Flowers of colors never seen in the village bloomed in harmony. The air was thick with a scent so sweet it felt like a physical embrace. The stone paths curved elegantly toward a small hand-carved bench under a flourishing willow tree. "When did you do this?" the neighbor whispered in awe. "Why didn't you tell us?" The young woman stood up, wiping the earth from her hands. "I've been working on it for a year," she said simply. Soon the whole village came to see. Those who had called her foolish now asked for her advice. Those who had said the plants would die now brought their children to walk the paths. The young woman noticed something profound. Now that the garden existed in reality, no one's opinion mattered. Doubts cannot kill what is already alive. Reality does not need permission. The flame in the wind. Years later, the young woman became a teacher to others who wished to build. But she always began her lessons with a warning about silence. She taught them that a dream is like a flame in a storm. When the flame is just a tiny spark, even a soft breeze can blow it out. You must cup your hands around it. You must shield it with your body. You must feed it tiny bits of fuel until it grows into a roaring fire. Once the fire is big enough, the wind no longer threatens it. It only makes the fire grow stronger. "I didn't keep my garden a secret because I was afraid," she would tell her students. "I kept it quiet because I was busy. I stopped using my words to describe what I would do and started using my hands to show what I had done." The 30-day challenge. The video concludes with a powerful invitation for the viewer, a practice to reclaim the power of the soul. Think of one thing you want to change or create. It could be a business, a health goal, a piece of art, or a change in your character. Do not announce it. Do not post a status update. Do not tell your best friend. Write it down in a private place. This is your contract with yourself. Take one small action today. Spend 5 minutes. Do it in total silence. For the next 30 days, let your progress be your only spokesperson. Protect your seedling. Let the roots grow deep in the quiet darkness of your own dedication. When you stop seeking permission from others, you find the power to build proof for yourself. In a world that demands we broadcast every thought, there is a revolutionary power in silence. Let your hands speak before your mouth does. Build your garden in the quiet, and one day the world will have no choice but to stop and admire the flowers.